YouTube, I am recording outside today because it is nice. Sorry about some background noise you may hear. I don't have necessarily quietest outdoor environment. So today we're going to be comparing the iPad 8th generation to the Fire HD10, the newest one. Now disclaimer, these are not actually those generations tablets. This Fire HD10 is from 2018. This one is the 7th generation, but this one, the 7th gen iPad is basically identical to the 8th gen iPad except with some minor except with a new A12 chip instead of the A10 chip like this one. This one, I don't know exactly the differences, but I know that it's not that different. So first up, we're going to be comparing the design. So as you can tell right here, we get I'm using very similar covers. Wow. Here you get plastic blue finish, and here I get my space gray aluminum finish on the back and sides. And if we open them up to the front, just open up my covers. I'm just gonna make sure it's gonna be nothing personal. Alright, so here we go. So now I've got the two tablets side by side. So here we've got on the screen, we've got a more rectangular and larger finish, even though this is a 10.1 inch screen compared to 10.2 inch screen on here. So both tablets feel very nice and responsive. Both work totally fine. So first up, we're going to be comparing the prices here. So loading up on my iPad, we've got, as you can tell, the iPad 8th generation costs $330 with the base 32 gigabyte model. I don't know how well you can see that. You can get free and personal graving. And then of course, if you head over to Safari, you can get if we're starting at $150. So if you compare these two, this is a $180 starting price difference. Now we're going to get into the actual speed. So we're just going to take a look at the camera here. As you can tell, so as you can tell, here you get a 2 megapixel both front and roof facing camera. On here you get an 8 megapixel back camera and a 7 megapixel front camera, which is actually a lot better. Obviously, this is more like the early 2000s an iPhone 3G compared to this, where it looks a little more like a 2013 smartphone probably. Oh, and on the Kindle, you obviously do not get a home button for you have to use these things. So here you get ads if you buy the ad-free ad-verse support version. Here you don't get any ads of any kind. You do get... Now the first one thing we're going to be comparing is the web browser. I'm going to make sure to clear out my web browser history. You get FireOS on here and iOS on the iPad. I'm using iPadOS 13. I'm going to be comparing the web browsers being Safari on the iPad and Amazon Silk on the Kindle. So now we're going to go ahead and open up the web browsers. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got that going now. So we are going to go to... The touchscreen is not as responsive on here, by the way. This keyboard is not that great either. Alright, so we've got Google.com fired up, so we're gonna... As you can tell, I'm pretty sure the Kindle did that first. compared to the iPad. So that's a pretty good web browsing test. So I get pretty good deals with both these. We are going to open up YouTube now in 3, 2, 1. Just in case anything personal pops up. Alright, so now we've got both fired up right here. So now we're going to go ahead and search up my channel. And then we'll do a video play test. By the way, mostly on here you get like a skin version of Android. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Now we can go ahead and play a video in 3, 2, 1. Guys, man, back here again. Today we're going to be doing a full iPod collection video. You seem to like these collection videos, so I'm going to do it. Alright, so now we're going to compare the resolution quality here. So we're going to go ahead and go into settings now. And on the iPad, it'll let us go up to 1080p. And on the Kindle is going to let us go up to 720p. So you get high. So you actually do get higher quality resolution on the Kindle than you do the iPad, which is incredible. We'll actually get higher resolution on the iPad than the Kindle, which is actually pretty cool. And I record my YouTube videos in 4K. Neither are capable of any 4K streaming, but that is fine by me. Because I was to expect that. Touchscreen I don't find quite as responsive. Like even just scrolling through here doesn't feel quite as responsive. Here though it feels very responsive, but Apple did to practically invent these types of touchscreens, so I'm not surprised at all. So I guess that is it for this video. Please check out my Twitter and Instagram. Please subscribe to check out my other 2 channels. Please subscribe so that way I can get yet one step for being monetized. I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers before Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Please like so that way my videos can be ranked higher in the YouTube algorithm, so that way my videos can get promoted and recommended to more people. And please share so that way I can promote my content and I can get more subscribers and more views. And finally, let's see which is better. So on here, by the way, you can buy the Apple keyboard and the Apple Pencil. On here you can't, of course, but this is more like a work device, and if you're doing some more web browsing or something like that. This is more of a media consumption concept device, but I've noticed that the charging, you get Siri on this, Alexa on the, actually, never mind, I actually need to do a humor test one quick. You know what I mean. I'll show you what I mean by humor test. Siri, tell me a joke.
My mom was a radiologist. She met my dad when he came in one day for an x-ray. I wonder what she saw in him.
Pretty funny joke. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What cheese goes around a castle? Mozzarella.
Yeah, pretty good. So this is more of like a media consumption type of device, but its charging speeds are still really slow on this. Like it takes about 2 days in order for this to charge here. And for the same price, you can get an iPad Air 1 that charges way faster. This is more of like a working device, or if you're more used to the Apple ecosystem. But I'd honestly say, just go for the iPad, okay? Just go for the iPad. And finally, peace out.